Investigators with the Honolulu Prosecutor's Office are now looking into two recent deadly shootings involving Honolulu police. Gina Mangieri is always investigating.
It's a major change from waiting for the police to investigate themselves. But some say it doesn't go far enough at a time when scrutiny of police is mounting nationwide. Prosecutor Steve Alm says his office has already started looking into the shootings of Iramamber Saikap, a teenager shot dead after a police chase, and Lindani Mieni, unarmed but shot after striking officers responding to a 911 call from a neighbor.
We will proceed with an expedited but at the same time deliberate and thorough review of each of these cases and make the decision to decide whether any criminal charges are warranted.
He says the way it used to work could take more than a year, in which HPD would internally investigate, then hand over information to prosecutors to decide whether to file charges.
Whenever you have an agency that is involved in the shooting, then responsible for investigating that shooting, you are always going to have the perception among some that it's not appropriate, and thus their final conclusions and recommendations may be suspect.
HPD's acting chief said they share the commitment to conducting thorough, fair investigations and will cooperate, and said they hope to have the chance to talk about the changes with Alm and his staff. The police union points out new wrinkles to iron out.
When they can enter the scene, because as you know, when the scene is hot, there's a lot of evidence to be collected or be identified or whatever's happening.
Some say the move does not go far enough.
It would be interesting to see the prosecutor say something along the lines of, you know, I don't even want to have the perception that there's going to be a bias here, so I'm going to ask a prosecutor from another jurisdiction to come over here and take a look at this. Or I'm going to ask the Attorney General to take a look at this.
Hawaii's Attorney General said the change illustrates how the criminal justice system can improve itself to ensure accountability, in this instance of police officers to the public they protect. Others say oversight should come from even higher up, as the rate of officer-involved civilian fatalities has spiked.
We have 5 active death cases in our office right now. That's an extraordinary number. And frankly, the other thing that we're contemplating doing is writing a letter to the Attorney General suggesting that they really need to come in and have a federal oversight investigation as well.
The acting U.S. attorney in Hawaii did not respond to a request for comment. Alm says he's stepping in because other mechanisms don't exist right now.
In an ideal world, it would be the best thing to have a totally independent entity set up to investigate and look into these cases.
One such body could be Hawaii's Law Enforcement Officer Independent Review Board, but it's only ever announced a conclusion on one case. Can't even start a review until police departments turn in a self-investigation. Won't tell us how many have ever done that because by statute, there's no transparency allowed for what's been turned in. They have no subpoena authority and they're short of members. A spokesperson told me the board will schedule its first meeting in more than a year next month, but that resignations from the board mean more delay is likely. As for the recent shootings, Alm says HPD has turned over evidence already. They could subpoena more, but he says they already have police reports and body camera footage, but won't be releasing that publicly.
We'll always have to be cognizant of my responsibility not to improperly influence or poison any potential jury pool.
My jaw dropped when he said that. It's too late. That information already is out because HPD already selectively released it.
We'll continue to follow up as the new procedures get underway. Gina Mangieri, KHON2 News, always investigating.